Hello, dear students. Welcome to Unacademy Gate MEPIXC. This is Aprup Rao, and you are watching Concepts in Minutes. And in this video, we are going to talk about endurance strength of a material. Beta, we have different types of strength of material: yield strength, ultimate strength, endurance strength. So, what exactly is endurance strength of a material? What do we mean by endurance strength? How it is calculated? How it is found out about each material? That we are going to talk about. So this is a new series of videos, Concepts in Minutes, in which in each video we talk about one particular concept which is important from exam as well as interview point of view. You might get these questions in an interview also, so you need to understand everything about these topics. So in this lecture we are going to talk everything you need to know about endurance strength. If you're watching my video for the first time, let me introduce myself. My name is Aprup Rao, All India rank 320 in Gate Mechanical in my first attempt. I've done my MTech from IIT Kharagpur and my specialization was design. I have served at Mahindra Research Valley in the field of design of cars for 2 years as deputy manager. I was a part of some really cool and interesting projects like KUV and TUV. Then I decided to quit my job and I started teaching. So I've been teaching for more than 6 years now, and I teach subjects related to design: SOM, MD, EM and TOM. Now let's talk about endurance strength. So what exactly is endurance strength? Endurance strength of a material is defined as the maximum amplitude of completely reverse stress. Completely reverse stress means minus 100 to plus 100, plus 100 to minus 100. This is known as completely reverse stress. Okay. So it is the magnitude of maximum amplitude of completely reverse stress that the standard specimen can sustain for an unlimited number of cycles without fatigue failure. Now first understand about fatigue failure. Okay, let's say that a material has yield or ultimate strength of 600 megapascal. मान लो एक material का yield strength या ultimate strength 600 megapascal है. Means if you don't cross 600 megapascal, it is not going to yield, it is not going to break, right? अगर 600 मेगापास्कल में क्रॉस नहीं करता हूं, let's say it is yield strength, तो 600 मेगापास्कल अगर मैं क्रॉस नहीं करता हूं तो it will not yield, right? But it is under static load. Static load means the load which does not fluctuate with time. But if the load is fluctuating, okay, then what is going to happen if you apply even less than 600, after some number of cycles it might yield, it might fail. अगर मान लो आप fluctuating load लगाते हो, यानी कि लोड जो है वो टाइम के साथ बार बार फ्लक्चुएट कर रहा है and it is repeated, then what is going to happen, even if you are applying a stress less than 600, it is going to fail after some number of cycle. मान लो yield strength 600 है और मैं लगा रहा हूं सिर्फ 500, I am applying only plus minus 500. okay, so after some number of cycle it is going to fail, right? So let's say if I am applying plus minus 500, it is going to fail after 10,000 cycle. 10,000 बार लगाने के बाद वो fail हो जाता है. okay, the yield strength is 600, I am only applying 500, but still it is going to fail. Why? Because of repetition. बार बार लगाने की वजह से वो 500 पे fail हो जाता है. How many times? 10,000 times. Now let's reduce this stress. Let's say now I am applying only plus minus 450. So this time the number of cycle will obviously increase. If it can sustain 10,000 cycles of 500 megapascal, then it will sustain more number of cycles of 450 megapascal, right? So let's say this time number of cycles are 50,000. Now I will reduce my stress further. Let's say this time I am only applying plus minus 400. So number of cycle will increase to 1 lakh. Now I am again decreasing the stress, number of cycles are increasing. I am decreasing the stress, number of cycles are increasing. ऐसा decrease करते करते I will reach a value when the number of cycles will become infinite. Now the machine element is not going to fail. It can sustain infinite number of cycles of that stress. The stress is so low that it can sustain infinite number of cycles. If you apply infinite times, that stress infinite times, still it is not going to break. Let's say that stress is 100 megapascal, means if I am applying 0 to 100, it is never going to fail. Even if you repeat it infinite times, it is never going to fail. Okay, above 100 it will fail after some number of cycles. Okay, so that 100 megapascal is what? That is the endurance strength or endurance limit of the material. So do you understand what is endurance strength? It is the maximum magnitude of completely reversed stress which the material can sustain for infinite times, unlimited times, without fatigue failure. Okay, now the question is how we are going to find the endurance strength. So endurance strength is determined either by rotating beam experiment or by approximate relation between endurance strength and ultimate strength. There are two methods of determining the value of endurance strength. First, rotating beam experiment. We will see this experiment. And second, approximate relation. Okay, so I will tell you about both. So first, let me talk about rotating beam experiment. What is exactly rotating beam experiment? Okay, so let's say we have a specimen like this. This is the specimen of रोटेटिंग बीम एक्सपेरिमेंट. ठीक है, जिस एक्सपेरिमेंट से वी फाइंड आउट द एंड्योरेंस स्ट्रेंथ. ओके, नाउ वी पुट दिस रोटेटिंग बीम एक्सपेरिमेंट in this apparatus. Okay, this is the specimen, can you see? And then we apply weights like this on this specimen. So transverse load is applied, so this will be subjected to bending. Now what we will do is we will start rotating this specimen using this motor. So if you are applying bending stress and the machine element is rotating, it will become completely reverse stress. If you want to understand about it, you go and watch my machine design lecture, you will understand about completely reverse stress. ठीक है, तो बेटा अगर मैं स्पेसिमेन पे बेंडिंग स्ट्रेस लगाऊं और उसको घुमाना चालू कर दूं, it will become completely reverse stress. Okay, now what I am going to do is I will keep on rotating this electric motor, I will keep on rotating the specimen, and when the specimen will fracture or yield, I will note down the number of cycle. This is revolution counter, मतलब कितने बार घूमा, it is counting the number of revolution. So let's say after 10,000 cycle it breaks, so the revolution counter will give me the reading 10,000 cycles. Okay, now what I am going to do, I am going to reduce the weights. Okay, and I will repeat the experiment again. Now this time let's say it fails at 50,000 cycle. So I will get different values of stress and number of cycles, right? Different values of stress from these weights and number of cycles from this revolution counter. So once you get enough data, you will plot this graph between the stress and number of cycle. Now this graph is known as SN curve or Wöhler diagram. Okay, and this particular graph is of steel. Okay, usually we study only about steel in our syllabus. Whatever concepts we study, that is related to steel only, because maximum components practically also are made of steel only. Okay, तो बेटा स्टील के लिए this is the graph between stress and number of cycle, but note that the graph is plotted on logarithmic scale, log base 10, log base 10 of stress, log base 10 of number of cycle. Why? Because if you are plotting log base 10, then beta the cycle, the numbers will reduce, it will scale down. For example, let's say the number of cycles are 10 to the power 5. So if I take log of 10 to the power 5 base 10, then it will be equals to 5. So my scale will reduce. Okay, so beta let's say we have plotted the graph between stress and number of cycle. So what we will get? You will get approximate straight line. It is not exact straight line, but approximate straight line. So beta at more stress, there is less number of cycle, and if I reduce stress, number of cycles are increasing, and at this point you will see that the number of cycles become infinite. So this stress is known as endurance strength. तो ये ग्राफ बना के आपको पता चल जाएगा कि कौन से स्ट्रेस पे ये ग्राफ इनफाइनाइट हो रहा है, उस पॉइंट पे जो स्ट्रेस मिल रहा है that is the endurance strength. So this is one way of finding the endurance strength, but the problem with this is it is not at all reliable. First of all, whatever values you are getting from here, it is not reliable. Reliable means if you repeat this 10 times, you will get 10 different results. Okay, because of some minute changes, even if there is some minor change in the specimen, the result will completely change. Okay, a lot of error will be there. So beta, that's why it is not that reliable. And second thing, it is very time consuming. So that's why we cannot find endurance strength of every material using rotating beam experiment. So for some materials we can do this experiment, but for other materials, how do we find the endurance strength? For other materials for which we cannot use this, we find the endurance strength using approximate relations. तो बेटा कुछ मटेरियल के लिए तो हम वो वाला एक्सपेरिमेंट कर लेंगे, बट कुछ ऐसे मटेरियल होंगे जिनके लिए, अब हर मटेरियल, स्टील के ही हजारों ग्रेड्स हैं, देयर आर थाउजेंड्स ऑफ ग्रेड्स ऑफ स्टील. So for every material, every grade of steel, it is not possible to use that experiment, right? So beta, that's why for those materials which are not used regularly, which are rarely used in some particular application, we use these approximate relations to find out the endurance strength. These relations are between endurance strength and ultimate strength. So you can see approximate relation for steel, for cast iron, for wrought aluminum oil, for cast aluminum alloy. So beta, sorry, oil bol diya, alloy. Okay, so beta, you don't have to memorize them, but you should have an idea. For steel it is around 0.5 times. Okay, different grades of steel, it is around 0.5 times of their and ultimate strength. Okay, so ultimate strength we know about every material, because for finding ultimate strength we have universal testing machine, and it is very easy to use universal testing machine. So we perform the test for every material. तो अल्टीमेट स्ट्रेंथ अपने पास हर मटेरियल का अवेलेबल होता है. एंड्योरेंस स्ट्रेंथ के लिए ये वाला एक्सपेरिमेंट हर मटेरियल के लिए नहीं कर सकते, तो हम ये वाला इक्वेशन चिपका देते हैं. ठीक है. नाउ अंडरस्टैंड, whatever endurance strength you get from the experiment or from this approximate relation, it is not the endurance strength of the actual machine element. It is the endurance strength of the specimen. जो हमने endurance strength निकाला है यहां से या यहां से, वो endurance strength actual specimen, actual machine element का नहीं है, that is of the specimen. Okay. अब आप बोलोगे सर specimen हो या actual machine element हो, material तो same है. So understand, yield strength and ultimate strength only depend upon material. But endurance strength does not only depend upon material. Okay, for example, let's say we have two different components of same material. मान लो ये दोनों component एक ही material के बने हैं, तो for both the material yield strength will be same, ultimate strength will be same, but endurance strength will be different. Why? The material is same, but still endurance strength will be different. Why? Because endurance strength not only depends upon material, it depends upon size, it depends upon surface finish, it depends upon stress concentration. So beta, there are a lot of things on which endurance strength depend. So that's why whatever values you are getting from here are not the actual value which you can use for design. Design के लिए you can't use that value, because that value is for specimen. Are you designing the specimen? No, you are designing the actual machine element. So you need to use a different endurance strength. So understand, whatever endurance strength you are getting from the rotating beam experiment or from approximate relation, that is not the actual value. The actual value of endurance strength that you are going to use for design purpose is known as corrected endurance strength. जो actual value आप design purpose के लिए use करोगे उसको हम बोलते हैं corrected endurance strength. Okay, so what do we do? Actually we multiply a lot of factors in the endurance strength that we get from here or from here. ठीक है, यहां से जो endurance strength मिल रहा है या यहां से जो endurance strength मिल रहा है उसमें बहुत सारे हम factors multiply कर देते हैं. Okay, these factors are to consider different effects. For example, there is one factor for size. So if the size is this much, endurance strength should reduce by this much. If the size is this much, endurance strength should reduce by this much. Okay, Similarly, surface finish. One factor is for surface finish. So if the surface is rough, endurance strength should be this much. Then the one factor is for stress concentration. If there is a huge stress concentration, endurance strength should be this much. So these are different factors which account different things, different factors for different things: size, shape, surface finish, stress concentration, like that. Okay, so after multiplying all these factors into the endurance strength we found out from experiment, we will get the actual endurance strength. Okay, now how do we find these factors? You might be thinking, okay, let's say I know the size of the actual machine element, then how I will find the factor of size? So for that we have design data book. There are different equations, there are different tables for each of these factors. You can refer to those equations, you can refer to those tables from design data book. Okay, Ka, Kb, Kc, Kd. Okay, so this is how we find out the endurance strength of material. ये तरीका है endurance strength निकालने का. अब अगर आपको इन सारे फैक्टर्स के बारे में डिटेल में जानना है, if you want to know about this factor in detail, if you want to know how to use this endurance strength, if you want to solve problems based on this, then beta you can watch my free lectures of machine design. I have taken free lectures of machine design, strength of materials, engineering mechanics, theory of machine. You can watch all those free lectures by opening this one link. You don't even need to save those, you don't even need to search those lectures. You can watch all the lectures in one place. आपको सारे lecture एक जगह मिल जाएंगे व्यवस्थित रूप से, एकदम organized way, by opening this one link. How to open this one link? Just like you open Facebook or facebook.com or youtube.com, just go to any web browser and type this tinyurl.com/approve10. You will open this page. You will find ebooks of different subjects. You will also find these Excel sheets. What is in these Excel sheets? There are links of lectures, links of notes in these Excel sheets. Lecture by lecture you will find entire syllabus of SOM, MD, EM, TOM. आपको सारा syllabus मिल जाएगा SOM, MD, EM, TOM का in Excel sheets. Okay. And if you want to know about my upcoming classes, अगर मेरे आगे आने वाली classes के बारे में जानना है, then just join this Telegram channel. Just go to Telegram app and search Approve 10. Join this Telegram channel. This is my personal Telegram channel. I regularly update the links and notifications of my classes in this Telegram channel. Okay. And if you want to study with us in a structured course, अगर आपको अनअकैडमी के टॉप एजुकेटर्स के साथ एक स्ट्रक्चर्ड कोर्स में पढ़ना है, then just join Unacademy Plus. Why Unacademy Plus? Because there are some things which you will not find on YouTube. You will only find free lectures on YouTube. But there are a lot of things which you will not find here. You will find on Unacademy Plus. On-time classes, daily assignments, weekly quizzes, online test series, question bank, doubt clearing session, personal guidance, notes. You will find a lot of things on Unacademy Plus which you will not find anywhere else. And by looking at the result of GATE 2021, you can understand why Unacademy Plus is so different from other platforms. अगर आप हमारा गेट 2021 का रिजल्ट देख लोगे तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कि Unacademy बाकी के लर्निंग ऐप से कैसे डिफरेंट. ओके, सो बेटा यू कैन टेक 1 year, 1.5 year or 2 year subscription. You can use this code approve10 in order to get 10% off. आप ये कोड यूज कर सकते हैं 10% ऑफ के लिए. एंड बेटा यू कैन पे दिस फी इन EMI ऑल्सो. आप EMI में ये फी पे कर सकते हैं. ओके, इट्स वेरी अफोर्डेबल. यू कैन ऑल्सो टेक Unacademy आइकॉनिक सब्सक्रिप्शन. आइकॉनिक सब्सक्रिप्शन में यू गेट अ पर्सनल कोच. पर्सनल कोच का काम क्या रहेगा? द पर्सनल कोच विल मेक योर शेड्यूल. He will give you study material. He will analyze your test score and he will tell you where you are making the mistake, how you can improve those mistakes. He will take one-on-one sessions in order for you to improve. Okay, So personal coach will help you 24/7 on a personal basis. So if you want that, you can take Unacademy Iconic subscription for 1 year or 2 years. Okay. Now before leaving, don't forget to hit the like button, share the link and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for joining. I will see you in some other video. If you have any other idea on which we can make these types of videos, please let me know in the comments box and I will surely take that into consideration. I will see you soon in some other video. Till then, bye bye. Take care.